You've all felt it. ChatGPT can sound like coming straight out of a textbook. I've used this tool extensively in my marketing and writing, and I have to agree, anytime I don't make any adjustment, it feels way too stiff and polite to pass the AI detection test. But you know what? That's just by default. I assure you, you can make it sound way better. In this video, I'm gonna give you the 5 little characteristics that dead giveaway of ChatGPT's writing, but also 5 powerful strategies to remove any sign of AI and make your text sound way more natural. And that's what we want, right? Let's go. Okay, let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. What are the biggest signs that your writing come across as ChatGPT generated? I've been generating thousands of articles since the launch of ChatGPT, and I can tell from 5 specific details that the text I'm reading now has been written by an AI. These characteristics are the following. Characteristic number 1, predictable sentence structure. AI models like LLMs are built to predict the most likely output. Even if there are some randomization, this makes AI-generated text rely on repetitive and predictable sentence patterns. Usually, ChatGPT repeats the same length of paragraph, sentences. There will always be some kind of pattern that you can predict. Just like here. Characteristic number 2, a lack of personality. Unless explicitly prompted, ChatGPT will use a passive and neutral tone. That's definitely not how a human writes. A human writer will use first person or second person pronouns like I, you, or we to commit themselves in their writing and express a personal voice. Characteristic number 3, generalities. ChatGPT is trained on a very large dataset of everything that has already been said on the internet. So there won't be anything new coming from an AI. Usually, ChatGPT will try to sound smart by mixing things that we kind of already know and that are not very interesting or controversial. Just like the article I just generated here about digital marketing or SEO. There's nothing new there. Characteristic number 4, an overuse of cliché phrases. That's a big one. As ChatGPT has been trained mostly by people from India, South Africa, it will use phrases like delve in, embark, in the realm of, foster, educate, some kind of vocabulary that is not regularly used by other English speakers like American or British speakers. It will also use what I call bullshit marketing words, like unprecedented, game changer, fast pace. If there are many occurrences of these in your writing, pay attention. Readers are used to spot them. Characteristic number 5, repetitions. To be helpful, ChatGPT loves to repeat the same point over and over. It will most of the time end its output by in conclusion, in summary, or any way to conclude or sum up what it already just said. Even worse, it will describe and repeat the same idea in 3 consecutive sentences. That makes ChatGPT writing too long for no reason, so you have to watch out for that. Okay, now you know the telltale signs of ChatGPT's writing. But how to mitigate these patterns from the start? Here, I'm giving you 5 prompting and humanizing strategies to make your content feel more natural and engaging for your readers. Strategy number 1, provide style guidelines. You don't want your text to sound like any ChatGPT's garbage out there, right? And I have to say, ChatGPT is actually able to imitate a writing style very well. For that, you just have to prompt it. I use 2 specific prompts for that. One where I give ChatGPT my own detailed style guidelines step by step. One other where I give it a well-chosen sample of the style I want ChatGPT to imitate. You can copy-paste these prompts right from the description of this video. Strategy number 2, incorporate your own insights. ChatGPT cannot come up with really novel or a research idea on its own. If you want content with a true human voice, you have to add your own personal anecdotes, studies, expertise right from the beginning. To do that, you can ask ChatGPT to build an outline on your own ideas before writing them, like with this prompt. What's even better, you can also rely on other people's existing ideas, thanks to ChatGPT's powerful web search feature that enables you to browse fresh and up-to-date data on your subject. You just have to click on the search feature. That's especially powerful for SEO and also to make a first good research on the topic. Strategy number 3, remove repetitions. Okay, now let's talk more about manual humanizing strategies instead of prompting strategies. When you get any piece of ChatGPT writing, it's a good idea to always remove the last sentence of the section. It will usually add nothing to your text. In general, you should always wonder if any of your sentence is adding to your subject. And if that's not the case, just erase this sentence. Here's how I'm doing it in this typical ChatGPT's generated text. Strategy number 4, diversify the structure. As I said, ChatGPT relies on predictable patterns to write. It will regularly repeat the same writing structure that it used in its previous output. To make it less redundant, you have to add some variety. For example, add some bullet points in one section, remove them in the next, break out a sentence structure in one, or add other subsections. This will make the text more unpredictable and so hook the reader better. Strategy number 5, get rid of cliché phrases. As I said, ChatGPT comes up regularly with the same writing structures, like it's not only but also, or what I call tricolon expressions, that is expressions that always present an idea in 3 consecutive times. You should minimize these repeating structures and sometimes replace them with more natural expressions. ChatGPT also loves using specific words that are less likely in a common piece of writing. You should get rid of words like game changer, innovative, fast-paced, unprecedented, delve in. Here's one text that had a lot of bullshit words and that I tried to remove. So there you have it. By using these strategies, you'll be able to make your ChatGPT text feel way more dynamic, engaging, and ultimately human-like. If you found this video helpful, of course don't forget to like it and to share it with your friends. Otherwise, if you have any humanizing or prompting strategies that you want to share, you can also drop a comment below this video. And otherwise, I see you on the next one.